Hi everyone. I hope you're doing well and managing everything okay. It's been a lot of fun watching all the cooking creativity amongst us. Who knew that we have such talent? And I thought I would jump on the bandwagon and make a dessert with you, which is a family favorite. And it is so easy, and it seems complicated when you share this at a potluck or something. Everybody wants the recipe. So these are lemon cream bars, and it's really easy. I will be happy to print the recipe too if you would like. So we start out with our cream lemon concoction. I'm going to use real lemons. You can use this if you'd like. You need a half a cup. And to get the most juice out of a lemon, you want to roll it first a little bit to kind of soften it up. And then I have this really neat juicer that my mom gave me. And we make fresh orange juice and grapefruit juice and lemon juice, obviously. So we need about a half a cup of the lemon juice. I've got everything else prepared. The rest, just this part, you've got to kind of bear with me. And to this lemon juice, you're going to add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Do not confuse with evaporated milk, the larger can. This is the one that you want, okay? That's what gives it the really thick creaminess. I'm just grabbing a measuring cup to make sure I'm getting half a cup. I usually do a tiny bit more lemon juice just because when you use fresh lemons, it's just really good. So that's a 1/4 cup in there. That's almost a 1/4 cup, so I'll just do 1 more lemon. Welcome to my kitchen. I love to cook. I really wish that there had been an opportunity to do some live cooking with you guys this year. That would have been a lot of fun. However, we move on. And I'm ignoring the fact that I didn't have the glass under the thing because we got enough juice. It is what it is, right? All right. So we've got our lemon juice. I'm going to open up the sweetened condensed milk and add that in. And you're going to let this just sit for a half an hour or so to let it thicken. And while it's thickening, we'll put our base together. So you can see the difference between evaporated milk, which would be more runny like regular milk, and sweetened condensed milk. Anybody know any good jokes? Just give this a little stir to mix the lemon juice in. And seriously, you'll impress everybody if you make this. I bring this every time I have a potluck or going over to friends' houses and I need to bring a dessert, and this is always a huge hit. All right, so we'll just let this kind of firm up, thicken up, set it aside. And then so for the base of this, we're going to put 1½ cups of flour. Sorry, gals, I had flour and I didn't realize that you were needing it at the time. Otherwise, I certainly would have shared. 1 cup of brown sugar. And you want to pack brown sugar in anytime you're using it. So it's nice and firm, so you're getting the full cup, not air pockets. A cup of oats. I use the long cooking oats. I don't use instant. And you don't want to be wearing rings for this part. This is the fun tactile sensory part. Just start to mix this all up a little bit. And then to this, you're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. And there's that. And then the last part that kind of holds this all together is 2/3 of a cup of butter. Sticks of butter are marked by tablespoons. 1/3 of a cup of butter is about 5.5 tablespoons. So, there's 1/3 right there. I've had 2 sticks. You want to have your butter out to start softening. You don't want to pull it right from the fridge. Otherwise, it's not going to mix well in your batter here. And just break it up into pieces. You can use your hands for this. You can use a pastry cutter. So I need 5.5 more tablespoons. So I've got 2.5 here. Let's see if Mr. Washburn and Mr. Munch can be really proud of me, because math is not my strong suit. 4.5, 5.5. So right there, got the remainder of the butter. And then just start mixing it all up so that the butter kind of blends in. I don't know how well you can see. And then once it's mixed in, from this mixture, you're going to take about, the recipe calls for more than I do because it usually ends up being too much. I just take a small, like maybe a 1/4 of a cup of this mixture out and set it aside because this is going to be your crumb topping. Any more jokes? Anything exciting going on in your lives, and you're hanging out in your 4 walls? I hope you're taking really good care of yourselves. I'm here if you want to chat, even just to say hi, and hang out, or you know, whatever. We keep saying we're all in this together, but we are separately, and that's challenging at times. All right, that is pretty well mixed. Yeah, no rings. Maybe even no watches. Depends on how much you like to play. So I'm going to take out about 1/4 of a cup of this. So this is what it looks like. It's just kind of crumbly, okay? And I just took out about that much. That's 1/4 cup. Then you're going to take your 9x13 pan and spray it. I've got my oven set for 350. And this is a quick baker. It only takes about 25 minutes to a half an hour. And you're going to want to look, not going to want to look, for it's starting to bubble and get a little brown. But when it's bubbling, you know, you're in good shape and it's ready to come out. So just line your 9x13 with this. And seriously, guys, if you make this for your families, they will think that you went to cooking school. When this is done, because it has sweetened condensed milk, you know, when we're starting to dig into it and eat it, I usually store it in the fridge. I don't know that you necessarily have to, but it might not be a bad idea. So you just pat the crumb mixture down in here like that. And in the interest of time, I'm gonna pretend that we're fast forwarding here and get our, yeah, this is already starting to thicken and mix in. Yeah, I would have, if I wasn't doing a video, I would have let this sit a little longer. But we want to have a complete product here. So you just pour this on your crumb base. And spread it around. So it looks thusly. And this, oh my God. You know, if you guys weren't here, I'd lick my fingers. I might do that anyway. And then you take your remainder crumbs that you kept aside and just drizzle it on top. This was a favorite recipe that my mom used to always make when I was growing up. So it has a lot of meaning for me. All right, we got everything. So 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, half a cup of lemon juice. Let that mix and sit for a bit. 1½ cups of flour, 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then your 2/3 of a cup margarine. And I just sprinkled it on the top here. Okay, I'm gonna pop it in the oven. And let it bake for about 30 minutes. At 350, and I will show you the finished product in a little bit. All right, take care. Bye.